So guys, today it's a Bitcoin update and an in-depth Bitcoin analysis. I know I wanted to make this video together with a full in-depth Ethereum analysis from the higher time frames all the way to the lower time frames, but I simply didn't have the time today to make this full analysis on Ethereum, so I will stick with Bitcoin today. But don't worry, the Ethereum analysis is coming tomorrow, right? I'm going to take my time for that and analyze it to the deep. So now let's look at Bitcoin. Let's start here on the 4-hour time frame, right? Because remember, we are still looking for this wave 5 to finish to the upside in this impulse. So here we are then. I have new bearish scenarios actually, which I'm going to tell you right now. And also the reasons why I have picked them on the chart. But let's start with the scenario we've been looking at all this time, which is this one. Where we have here the WXY to finish our wave 4, right? Here we are then looking at the wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to finish your wave 5 anywhere soon to the upside. That's the reason in this scenario. But I'm going to tell you now that this actually does not hold the highest probabilities anymore for me. Actually, what I'm interested in right now is this scenario, right? Where if we go onto the, or let's say here, either we have this scenario, right? Let's go into the 1 hour. Remember, this was the all-time high this year, where we are then here looking at the same WXY, but we don't finish our wave 2 down here. This is simply the wave A of a flat, where we then have here an A, B, C in one scenario, or in this scenario, we're looking at here at WXY, right? It's simply the same thing. Same scenario, ABC to the upside, WXY to the upside is the same thing. We are looking at this target box. Why this target box? Because in a wave 4, right, in a flat, you wave B of a flat, right? We're looking at this wave B is most commonly an expanding flat. That's the most common flat pattern, an expanding flat. But if we end our wave B down here, or up here, it would mean that we are just entered the running flat target area or the regular flat target area, which simply has lower probabilities because the expanding flat has the highest probability in a flat structure. That's why we are looking here at a 3-wave A, 3-wave B, and then a 5-wave C. That's also the reason I'm having this here as a bull scenario, because we are eventually still looking to take out all-time highs and enter this target box. So this is then eventually the 1 hour bull scenario, but a 4 hour bearish scenario, as we are then here looking for a 5-wave move to the downside. After in this, and this won't be your wave 5, this is simply where you then finish your wave 4 and then start the impulse. Now, the other possibility would then be that you wave with B of the flat is actually already in at the top, right? This is where we then are going to look at this scenario, right? Here looking again at WXY counting at wave A. Here you are not looking at a 3-wave B, where we look for a new high, but you already have here a 3-wave B, right? And then you need a 5-wave move to the downside in a wave C, which is only possible with diagonal structures, right? Because there's too much overlap. Count this as a clear impulse. So this already holds low probabilities. First, because wave B did not retrace to the target area of the expanding flat. And of course, we are looking here at an ending diagonal with a little bit of arc structures here. So preferably we are seeing all-time high taken out into this target box, right? This target box here. And then see a rejection to the downside. This will be the bearish scenario. Well, it all depends on the reaction we get here, because the bullish scenario still remains this here, where we are looking at this scenario, wave 4 finished, and then here the impulse, right? Where we are then here not having a wave A or wave W to the upside, but a wave 1 looking for wave 2, and now a big wave 3. So it all depends what we are doing right here in this target box, which is basically a bigger target box of this one. So that's very important. And that's really what we are looking at right now in Bitcoin. So to summarize everything, probabilities are higher to take all-time highs. It's that simple. We are probably going to look, the all-time high scenarios are the highest probability ones. Are the ones with the highest probability. Simply because for us to now see a bigger correction, we would then need to see this scenario, right, this year. But this definitely holds low probabilities. And the reason why I'm actually looking right now at this unfinished wave 2, right, this unfinished wave 4, is because of the statistics I looked at, right? We have here the statistics of the official ATH statistics of collecting data of over 10 years. So we have to look at it. Yes, this is stocks rising, right? Because these are old statistics, but they are still relevant. So in this statistics, what we can see here is we are looking at a wave 4, right? And in a wave 4, right now, this wave 4 is like, if I put this down, if we would count our wave 4 like this, we would have a double zigzag. And a double zigzag, simply, as you can see here, has 4%. Right? The probabilities for a double zigzag in a wave 4 are only 4%. And the probabilities for a wave flat in a wave 4, right? If you're looking at the flat in a wave 4, are actually, now I removed it, but I know it by, it's actually 35%. So that's why I considered that the flat scenario is really something we need to look at. But again, as long as we're not taking out all-time highs, yeah, it's not relevant at the moment, because in the flat scenario, we preferably see a new high to then get into the target area of an expanding flat. So if we then go really onto lower time frames, then for us to count this as an impulse, right, we can count this. Let's remove all of this here. Let's see this. We have here this diag. So we can count it as a wave 1, right? If we count this as a wave 1, wait, where's my counting here? 1, 2, we then either need to count this as another 1, 2, right, here. We have here a 1, 2 higher degree, 1, 2 lower degree, and then a 5 in an extension. So that's also something to consider. Or we again have here the A, B, C looking for this diagonal, and then simply diagonal going lower. So that's it for Bitcoin today. Remember, probabilities are higher to take out all-time highs. And with that in mind, trade safe, and bye-bye.